Hey guys, welcome to Woodzman Dual Sport Adventure. What I'm going to do is today I'm going to install rear brake pads on this thing. It's got 16,000 miles on it, and it's time for brake pads. They're wore down. You don't want to let them wear down until they're metal to metal. You know, get them changed before that, and I've been not even paying attention, and boy, they're wore down pretty thin, so I need to go ahead and get them changed out. I'm going ahead and install them with the factory OEM Honda brake pads. I mean, these things lasted 16,000 miles, so I don't know that we're going to get any better than that. That's pretty good quality to last that long. So we're going to put the Honda OEM. I'll put the part number in the description below so you can see it. But let's go ahead and get started. Okay, the first place I want to start is the rear brake reservoir. I want to take some fluid out because when I compress the caliper on the back, I don't want the fluid overflowing and making a mess and getting on the paint and stuff. So to me, it's easier to just do this than it is to take the side cover off. So I just remove it, the one bolt, one 10mm bolt. To me, it makes it easier to get to than messing with the side cover anyhow. So we'll do that. We got a Phillips screw. Take the two screws out of the top. Mine's a SENA cover. The Honda's going to be similar. Factory Honda. Just like that. Don't want to spill any of it. Okay. You know, a lot of people have their own ways about doing it. My way is, I got one of these little squeezy balls here. And I just suck up the brake fluid. You don't have to suck it bone dry, just get most of it out of there. And I keep it up like that. Now, because this is a clean one too, I used to use it for brake fluid, so I will be putting this brake fluid back in there, so you don't want to spill it. Set it with it up like that. Okay, now what I want to do, this is the rear caliper. What I want to do is remove this plug right here. This is a dust plug, dirt cover. Keep the mud and junk from getting in there and water, so your bolt don't rust up. And I want to remove this bolt. Actually, I just loosen it right now. Loosen this bolt, because what I want to do, I will show you. Bring the camera over here. Okay, what I'm wanting to show you is this. This is your plunger for your caliper that pushes your brake pads out. And what we got to do is compress the plunger. There's lots of people do it different ways. My way is just to, while I've still got it bolted on here, I just loosen that bolt, but you don't have to first. Then I just take my hands, hang on to the disc here, the rotor, and then I just push it in. And what I'm doing now is I'm pushing the brake fluid back up into the reservoir. That's why I emptied the brake fluid out of the reservoir. And when I push this all the way back, so when I get my new pads, because of the different thickness, that they will go on there. You see the different thickness, you get two of these in there, they're not going to fit unless you compress this caliper. Okay, now we'll take the brake pads out by removing this bolt here. And I'm doing this video to show you guys just how simple it is to change your own brakes yourself. I got these brake pads at CRFs250L. They got a super price on them. They're super easy to install yourself. There's not much to it at all. The maintenance on this bike is low maintenance and easy to do. So really simple. Take this pin out, lay it aside. These are our brake pads, just going to slide out right here, and you can see the wear on this brake pad versus the new brake pad. Huge difference. They're not down metal to metal. I still have a little pad left, but these wear indicators here are telling me it's definitely time to change the brakes. So I take that one out. This little rattle anti-rattle shim here is wanting to fall out, but just keep it up in place. Okay, we will stick the new brake pads in. They should slide back, and in the back part of it back here, these pads will set into a notch and right into place. Set right on the notch, hold that pad there, and then I got to scoop my caliper back this way so my other pad will fit on this side. And we can slide the new pad in. Make sure it goes up on the notch in the back. It's simple. I'm still holding all this together here, if you can see. And I'm going to slide my pin back in here. Tighten that up good. Make sure to install your little dust cover to keep the mud out and the water out of that. You don't want that in there. Okay, now what I want to do right here is put my brake fluid back in here. Be careful not to overfill it. I'll just put it right till it's at the upper mark. Right about there. Then I will restore, or reinstall, I should say, my cap back on here. Snug these tight bolts down, but don't just tighten them as hard as you can, because this housing is just plastic. It's not necessary. Snug them down good like that. I'm going to put my bolt back in here, the 10mm. Now also what I want to do is to pump the brake pedal a few times. Make sure your brake pads are all the way out. And the reason for that is, if you jump on the bike the first time without pumping that brake pedal before you go, you could pull out to the street out there, wherever you live, and push your pedal and not have no brakes. It's because you didn't actually pump the brakes and get the pads out against the disc, the caliper all the way out before you did. So always pump the brake pedal a few times to get it to pump up, and you're good to go. Okay guys, that's how simple it is to change the brake pads on Honda CRF250L. Actually, it's not only a Honda CRF250L. I mean, most Hondas and other bikes, they're all basically the same design. There's a little bit of difference, but you see once you tear into it, it's not a lot. So very, very basic, easy to change. I got these brake pads at CRFsonly.com. I'll put a link in the description below, and get your brake pads changed yourself. It's nothing to it. Thank you all for watching Woodzman Dual Sport Adventure and Survival, and I'll catch y'all on the next video.